We are back with a slight addition to the team. I was seeing a lot of ice Pokemon come around, so I decided to swap out my Como-O for a Annihilate, and I did not lose. I now have the highest ELO I have ever had, somewhere in the 2400s. We'll see at the end of the video, but Trailblaze into my Annihilate right now. I'm going for the full form. So close, not quite. But I do have two Rage Fists ready for his Dusknoir, ready to go as he makes the swap. Hopefully I can take Ghost Shields. If not, I'm going to do some serious damage to this Ghost type Pokemon. Our Annihilate first Rage Fist does not go through. It gets blocked. Here's our second. He does get his little Astonish in. So, okay, and that will be the end. But he has no shields. I bring in my Ferret. Quick swap into my Grumpig as he brings in a Primeape, and it is curtains. I can eat one of these Rage Fists. Then I can full farm, honestly. I'll take the shield here. Full farm, have a Shadow Ball ready to take care of business and complete this win. Beautifully executed on my end here. And he goes for a quit. That is a first win with this team. I was going 500. I was 13 and 12, 15 and 10, 11 and 14 leading up to this. And then ultimately I made this switch and it made a huge difference. I closed way over 500 and was able to raise my ELO to new highs. Okay, we both have full shields, and we both have one Pokemon down. So here's the Ferret into my Grumpig. A little bit of lag. He gets a move in because of that lag. It is a Swift, but I am going to go with my Dynamic Punch into a quick swap into my Annihilate, which will rip through this Ferret. Okay, get to my Rage Fist. This is just for the attack boost. I know it doesn't do much damage. I know. Okay, and here's my first shield. Really trying to ramp up the attack here into a Primeape. Okay, now Primeape has Rage Fist as well, so not really all that ideal, but I am going to go with another Rage Fist here. Let's really ramp this up, see if I can continue to get hit points. Quick swap into my Grumpig. He is going to shield. Now I can farm this down and then go at this Ferret with my Annihilate. Here it is, and I am able to get to an Ice Punch, and I will take care of business here for the win. I could have won with the Rage Fist if I wanted, but it's all good. Okay, Ferret on Ferret Cry. I'm here. Let's see how we can get through. Okay, who's going to get to the move first? Okay, and I get to the move first. Here's the Swift. I think this is probably the best way to play this mirror matchup. Honestly, just go for the Swift. Because the Trailblaze is a little, it takes longer to get to. I know it charges up the sucker punches, but get the two Swifts and put her in a really bad spot. Okay, Swift does not take him out, and the next sucker punch doesn't is either. He's left on 1 HP, and he will take out my Ferret. I think this is the game where you're going to see. I think this is the game. Grumpig takes out that Ferret. Okay. And he brings in his Grumpig. What do we got? The same team here? Okay. I try and go for the feed here, and it doesn't work out. I go Dynamic Punch, and he lets it through. So now I have to be protective of the Shadow Ball. I block his Dynamic Punch. This is really not going well right now, but I get a little lucky. Dynamic Punch again. As you can see, the connection's like kind of whack there, and my opponent loses connection. So I'm going to be able to farm down. So this one probably wouldn't have worked out so well because he had an Oranguru. That would have, yeah, I probably would have lost this one, but I got really lucky and was able to keep the win streak alive. Okay. So I just work them all the way down. Now I do this because there's been times where they come back and if I'm fooling around and, not gathering energy, then I get in some trouble. So that was the completion of that set where I went when I brought in the Annihilate. So in total, I did 9 battles with the Annihilate and was able to do really well. So there's 2370. Okay, so we're pushing back towards my highs. All right, Ferret into a Frostless. And we're going to use that Sucker Punch to really work him. Okay, and here comes Marowak, Trailblaze. Let's boost this attack stat. Let's keep on going. Okay, with the block on that Trailblaze, he's going to use his first Bone Club, I believe. Bone Club, that's going to take off some heat. But now I'm going to work him down with this Swift. He's going to block. He has no shield. So he's two-shielding the Marowak. He must have saw Ottawa Dan's video about having a plan and sticking to it, which is true. Grumpig, I'm going to try and load up as much as I can. He's going to have multiple bone clubs, but I know this is not going to do serious damage, so I'm going to just work my way down into a Blastoise. Here's a Shadow Ball, and then I quick swap into my Annihilate here. I am going to shield the Annihilate, get as much energy as possible to go into the final stretch here in this match. There's Rage Fist number one that takes him out. Frostlass comes in. He's not going to be able to uh, take even one Rage Fist. So I was just watching there. Okay, that was a poor attempt at a catch, if that was even an attempt at all. Bone Club's not going to take me out, and now I have a full Rage Fist ready to go for this Frostlass, and that is going to be all she wrote, dubs. So another good win right there. Okay, here comes Furret into a Clodsire. Early on, I saw a lot of Clodsire and I saw a lot of Dugong. That's why I kind of had to make the switch to Annihilate instead of the Como. Still love Como O, but I was just, the last couple of days, I've really just been pretty stagnant. So I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Okay, I work on a Swift. I'm also really trying to improve on my move counting and, proper timing for charge throws. So, um, I'm learning on the go here, so I'm getting a little better, but not obviously not where I want to be. I'm just trying to memorize all the moves right now and remember the patterns, if you will. Okay. So here's my cargo again into the overheat. Thank you. I blocked that. Okay, Glade comes in, and I'm pretty sure this Glade nukes me. Let's see. Okay, Leaf Blade there, and I'm unable to get to a charge mode. This is kind of misplayed, but I wanted to get to the Shadow Ball. But here, no match for Annihilate. He opts not to shield on this Rage Fizz, takes him out, and now I can ramp this up into his Macargo, and too slow. Goes out with the shield buff. Okay, Primeape lead. I'm going to switch immediately into Grumpig, make him make a decision. I can eat one Rage Fist, then block, and then work him down, and I'll have a ton of energy. But he does opt to go to a Feraligatr here, Shadow Ball into that Feraligatr, and that's going to be a big chunk. Okay, now no move readied up. I'm going to allow him to waste his energy on that, and I'm going to farm down with the Annihilate. Okay, so full energy on both. He brings in his Primeape here, so he doesn't really line that up with the fur, which is kind of odd. So I'm trying to think like what could it be? Um, I think he just wanted the ghost move against the Annihilate, so I do block the Rage Fist and I work him all the way down to farm good energy into a Toxapex. Okay, so here's the first Rage Fist. And I believe he quits here actually. Okay, Rage Fist number two, really ramping up the attack. Okay, and I let this charge move go. And I'm going to continue to work him down. Maybe he doesn't quit, I forget. The last Rage Fist, he still has one shield. Does he use it? Yes, he does. Okay. And he is going to eliminate my Annihilate, and then I bring in Fur to take care of the rest of the business. So, really nice win there as well. We're really on a roll. Okay, Shadow Primeape lead into my Grumpig here. Remember, I could take one, and then I need to make the adjustment. Okay. He swaps into a Quagsire. I can go with my Dynamic Punch here. Let's see if there's a shield. No shield. Good. Okay. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to save my shields for the Annihilate. But I can go to Ferret here. And I can eat him over too, really. And just see if those shields as best as I can. Okay. And he is unfortunately able to get one more off, but no problem. I got the health for it, and now I have energy and shields. Primeape comes in. Here's the Swift. Blocked. Okay, now I have the shield advantage. I am going to block myself, but I'm really going to try and farm as much energy as possible here. And we get him down beautifully. I have a Rage Fist saved up into a Dugong. I don't have the fighting charge move, but the fast move pressure will be good enough. Two Rage Fists already. And I still have my beautiful last shield. And I'm going to block his drill run, and ultimately that's going to lead to a quit. So another nice win. We're really on a roll here. And at the end, you'll see the 5-0 set. So, okay, for it into a Dugong, I go with the Trailblaze first. Let's ramp the attack, because whatever charge move that Dugong has isn't going to be enough to take out Furret in one shot anyway. So I figure, why not ramp it up? Icy Wind, it's going to deplete my attack anyways. So but here's the Swift. This is even. I had the attack bump. He just took an attack move off. Now I'm gonna, sacrifice the for it here. But it isn't quite enough, so I do make the quick swap. He brings in a jump bluff, but I bet he didn't know that I had Ice Punch. He didn't know I had Ice Punch. So that's a nice move. I still have the shield advantage. I can now shield, even them up at one apiece, and work down this jump bluff here. Rage Fist, a good chunk. And now I'm just using this for energy. Of course, he's going to use another flying move, but no problem. Into a lantern. Okay, so here's the Rage Fist. Beautifully done. Ramp the attack up. Very good, very good. Surf's going to take out my fur with a nice catch. Now I have a two relatively full Pokemon. No shields, but I do have some energy. So here is the Shadow Ball into that lantern. And that takes off a big chunk. So he's down to his last two with a minimal health on his Dugong. But he quick swaps here, which is really odd. I don't know what he tried to do, but I'm able to quick swap and take out his Dugong. So yeah, so that's four in a row in the first set, and then five to close out. 9 straight wins with my Annihilate, teaming up now with the Furt and Grumpig. And like I said before, this is now my highest ELO ever, 2443. Like I said, I am really working on, uh, you know, proper timing. I am working on memorizing the move counts for a lot of the commonly used Pokemon and their fast moves. So I will improve on that. I'm just going to keep getting better. And, with the battle week coming up, I think that's probably a really good opportunity for me to continue to uh, practice and just get better leading into next season. So hopefully I can hit legend at some point. But anyways, thanks for watching, and please hit the like and subscribe. We'll be back next time. I hope you're enjoying my grind for legend, and I appreciate you watching. If you would, please press that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of this journey.